Hey everybody, welcome back to Heart Health with Michelle. I am Michelle Rothenstein. I'm a cardiovascular dietitian, and I am really excited you're here on my YouTube channel. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Feel free to check out my website, entirelynourished.com, where I give a lot of heart disease prevention tips via an email list, via blog posts, and throughout my social media. So today I want to talk about omega-3 fatty acids. It's going to be a short video. If you want more information, I have a blog post on here as well that you may find interesting. So let's get to it. So omega-3 fatty acids, they are really helpful for heart health on many different aspects, from inflammation, HDL, triglycerides, even reduction in possible AFib, depending on the source, etc. But I really want to highlight something that's important and often not really talked about. So there are three types of omega-3 fatty acids. There's EPA, there's DHA, and there's ALA. I'm going to keep them abbreviated because they're very long in terms of how you say them when they're not abbreviated. So just for clarity, I'm going to just use their initial, their shortened versions. So EPA and DHA are the most studied forms of omega-3 fatty acids. And these are found in our marine animals, our fatty fish. Not all fish contain omega-3s, but these include things like our salmon, sardines, mackerel. It's found a little bit in halibut and sea bass, Arctic char, rainbow trout. It's in a small group of fatty fish that contains a high level of EPA and DHA. Your ALA is found in your plant-based protein. So these are things like your walnuts, your chia seeds, your ground flax seeds, and they're all very important for heart health. However, ALA, your plant-based omega-3, has a very limited capability to convert in the body to EPA and DHA. Meaning that when you have ALA, when you have flax seeds and chia seeds and walnuts, it's protective in terms of arterial health, but it cannot make EPA and DHA. The conversion's anywhere from less than 5% for EPA and less than 0.5% for DHA. So you're not going to meet your EPA and DHA needs with just ALA alone. But why do we even need EPA and DHA? Why is that important for our heart? So when we look at the research, we really see that EPA is really important in helping to lower triglycerides, especially individuals with high levels. It helps reduce VLDL, which is the particles that carry triglycerides that can make our blood more sticky or more susceptible to plaque formation in the arteries, more blood clotting factors as well. It may raise our HDL cholesterol slightly, which helps to lower our LDL, shuffle a lot of that LDL into the liver to be broken down. We also see in food form that EPA and DHA can also reduce the risk of atrial fibrillation. In some studies, at high dosages in supplement form, EPA and DHA may increase the risk of AFib. So adequacy means the right amount for you. DHA, on the other hand, has been really shown to improve brain health because it makes up to 40% of the omega-3s in our brain. And it also can really help support heart rhythm and really be good for brain, eyes, and our nervous system. The issue is most people aren't getting enough of EPA and DHA. When they look at kind of the consensus, we really see that people get on average, the American diet gets around maybe 90 milligrams, and you need at least that 500 milligrams of EPA and DHA per day. So it's important that we are assessing what your intake is and adding in accordingly. If you don't eat fish for whatever reason, omega-3 fatty fish, there's also algae forms of omega-3s, EPA and DHA that you can consume or you can supplement. But I would highly recommend that you really aim as a food first approach, getting in your ALA, EPA, and DHA from primarily food and supplement as necessary. Not all supplements are created equal. It's super important that we are getting the right dosage for you, making sure that doesn't interact with any medications that you may be on. It doesn't increase the risk of AFib if you are on a higher dose or a supplement. There are many additives in there that could even trigger that. So make sure that you're consulting with your healthcare team, specifically your cardiovascular dietitian, to ensure that you are getting the right dose for you. You can also check your omega-3s using an omega-3 check. It's a blood test that can also say, break it all down and see if you're getting the optimal levels as well. All right, so I hope this was helpful. Make sure you're getting EPA and DHA and ALA. You cannot just eat plant-based omega-3s and that will not convert into EPA and DHA. You need both for optimal heart health. Hope this was helpful. Give me a like. If you have any questions, let me know and we'll talk again soon.